the designated hitter from Washington, number 14.
The Harwich Mariners are back in action. After an exciting and relaxing All-Star weekend, the Cape Cod Baseball League resumes play for the final 2 weeks of the regular season. Tonight, the Mariners play host to the Falmouth Commodores, and we welcome you into Cape League TV. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Gino, this is now the fourth meeting between these two teams. We're just about set for the anthem. But the Mariners won back-to-back games before the All-Star break. They're 2 games over 500. They gained a lot of momentum back. We have plenty to talk about when we come back after the national anthem on Cape League TV.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Play ball!
Thanks, Linda. And for our first pitch tonight,
just about set and ready to go at White House Field. We welcome you into Cape League TV, an all-star break where the Mariners shined over the weekend in YD. Gino, you and I had a chance to be there. A wonderful weekend of talent, festivities. The weather was incredible. How was your all-star weekend?
It was great. It was a really fun time going to Yarmouth Dennis and seeing all the Mariners thrive, as well as all the players on the Cape. But you know, you get a little bit more into it when you see a Mariner uniform come up to the plate or make a nice defensive play. And I have to say, all 7 of the Mariners looked really strong on Saturday. So hopefully they keep that up. I know Trey Broussard was really happy that he got the MVP for the East, and then talked to everybody else, and they were all thrilled with the experience. Very long day for them. They were glad to get the off day yesterday to take some time for themselves, but they're ready to go today.
Harwich won back-to-back ball games after sliding a little bit going into the break, but then they regained the momentum the 2 days off, and now the 4th meeting tonight with the Falmouth Commodores this summer. Falmouth has won 2 of the first 3. How can Harwich roll over through the weekend this momentum and get the better of a Falmouth team that's below 500?
This is a Falmouth team that can generate a lot of offense. They're among the top in all the offensive categories, including home runs. So you can't fight fire with fire in today's game. You got to shut down defensively, and I know this guy on the mound, Troy Dressler, is going to do just that.
Dressler is the starter for the Mariners. Let's take a peek at Jared Saltalamacchia, the manager for the Commodores, starting lineup tonight. Leading off and playing right, Antonio Morales. That was the West MVP in the All-Star game. The leadoff hitter for the Mariners, Trey Broussard, was the MVP of the East. So something to look out for both leadoff hitters tonight. Batting second and playing short, Adrian Lopez. Batting third and playing center, Micah New. He's the home run leader in the Cape. The cleanup position 4, 5, and 6 sounds like this. Kent Schmidt at first base, Justin Osterhaus at second base, and Carl Schmidt, the designated hitter. The final 3 in the Commodores lineup tonight, Ryan Zuckerman at third base, Bear Harrison, the catcher, and Tristan Salinas in left field. They'll have a date with the Mariners starter, Troy Dressler. Gino, Troy has been fantastic this summer.
He has. He's got an ERA under 3 this summer, and the one thing about him is he doesn't pick around the zone. He's going to work with command. He comes from Wake Forest, and he's going to be ready to go. I'm really looking forward to his debut, not his debut, but his day here on the mound here in Harwich. It should be a really fun day.
The express written consent of the Harwich
Dressler is warming. We're just about a minute away. But this Falmouth team, Gino, it's astonishing how different they are from Harwich when they stack up on paper. The Mariners, it seems like for this entire summer, have boasted the lowest earned run average as a pitching staff on the Cape, and Falmouth is dead last in that category. Their team ERA is over 5 runs a game. So it is going to be interesting to see if Harwich can keep up with Falmouth offensively, but you mentioned it in our pregame social media segment. The Mariners don't want to play that type of game tonight.
No, you got to play the way that you know how to play and how to win. Anytime the Mariners play a level of play that tries to match their opponent, usually they're not as successful. So a team leading with their defense and then letting the offense come after that.
When you take a look at what Dressler has done in specific, he started off with an inning way back in the first week of the season, Gino, and he walked a couple guys, gave up a couple runs, but since then, turning into a full-time starter for Harwich. This is his 4th start of the summer. He's gone over 15 innings, a 2.93 earned run average. He has been that guy, the right-hander out of Wake Forest. So leading off, it'll be Morales, the left-handed hitting outfielder. He had 2 hits, an RBI double, and took the most valuable player on the west side in the Cape League All-Star game last weekend. First offering, a fastball down the middle, strike 1. We're off and running in Harwich. 6:33 the first pitch. A fantastic night for baseball. 75 degrees, no wind at all, and nothing but sunshine. 0-1 the count to Morales. Dressler kicks and fires. Up high, 1-1. Take a peek at the Harwich defense tonight. The outfield moving left to right. It'll be Aiden Robinson left, Trey Broussard back in center, and Jake Coonan in right field. We'll do the infield after the 1-1. This is a little bit outside. The infield, D. Kennedy at third base, Maddox Maloney at short, the left side of the infield. Both all-stars for the Mariners. Shintaro Inoue starting at second, and Sam Harris at first. Behind the plate, Trey Wells. 2-1 pitch. Grounder left side. Maloney charges, throws off his back foot, and he beat Morales. A nice throw from Maddox Maloney for the first out of the game.
I'm glad that D. Kennedy is back at third. Not that he didn't play well in left field, but that tandem of him and Maloney on that left side of the infield,
The shortstop.
man, oh man, are they smooth
number
over there.
18, Adrian Lopez.
Mentioned both of them being all-stars. Kennedy had a home run in the all-star game. Aiden Robbins right behind him in left field had one as well. But the man in center had a better day than all of them. Trey Broussard was 3 for 3, took the MVP, stole a base. Here's the shortstop, Adrian Lopez. First pitch up and away, 1-0.
I was joking with A-Rob after the All-Star game. That's Aiden Robbins, if couldn't put that together. After he hit that home run at the All-Star game, I said, you know, what is it here at Red Wilson Field? You have so much success, because he had that home run against YD a few days prior, and he just laughed it off, and he said, you know, it's just, he's like, you know, the short wall in the outfield certainly helps. And I was like, come on, you got to give some credit to yourself.
Robbins leads this Mariner team in on-base plus slugging. He's the home run leader with 4 on the summer. And this was a guy who was a part of the team last summer, and he got here awfully late compared to most in 2025. The 1-1, a check swing, a peel down to first. And the first base umpire, Aaron Brown, says that Lopez went around. So 1-2 the count, 1 on, nobody out in the top of the first at White House Field. Crowd continuing to pour in here for a Monday night matchup. The 2-strike pitch, swinging a foul right off the plate.
I tell you what, though, the atmosphere at the All-Star game was really cool to see. I was there for the entire day, even before they started taking BP, and just the amount of fans that showed up. They had a lot of festivities. It was a fun day.
1-2, a swinging strike 3. Dressler records his first K of the night. He fans Lopez, 2 down in the first.
Good start
The
for
center
Dressler.
fielder from Arkansas, number 3, Micah New.
So 2 outs, nobody on for Micah New. That's something that Harwich is going to want to keep. Every time he comes up tonight, nobody on base. Micah New, one of the better power hitters in the Cape League. so far this summer has knocked in 20 runs, but 7 bombs. First pitch, fastball right on the outside corner, 0-1.
And Dressler can usually go the distance on the mound. He's not someone that's going to last a few innings. He's going to go for a long stretch.
0-1. Swing and a miss. Dressler jumps ahead of Micah New. No balls and 2 strikes. So New digs back in, looking to protect. 0-2. The unique stance of the Arkansas Razorback. 0-2 pitch, fouled off down the right field line. New stays alive for now. Gino, how was your All-Star break, your day off yesterday?
It was nice. It was nice. Went to play some basketball. I embraced my inner Peyton Pritchard. Went down to downtown Harwich. Peyton Pritchard from Harwich.
0-2. Chopper down the third base line, foul.
It was a nice day. It wasn't too hot, so we could play some basketball with some friends. And
Are you a hooper?
No, but I'm scrappy. I can grab some rebounds if we need it, but do not ask me to shoot the ball.
Hockey player. You just go, you play defense, you bump guys around.
A little bit. I got to be a little bit careful, though. Sometimes I get a little too aggressive.
2-strike pitch. Struck him out. A pitch in the dirt, and New went reaching. Throw down to first on the drop third strike. Success. 1-2-3. Dressler already in a groove. We're through a half inning in Harwich. No score. We'll be back on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. Safe. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Bottom of the first in Harwich. Starter for the Mariners, Troy Dressler, puts the first 3 in the Falmouth Commodores lineup down in order. So no score. Bottom of the first, the lineup for Steve Englert's Harwich Mariners. Leading off and playing center, Trey Broussard. Batting second and playing third base, Dee Kennedy. In left field and hitting third, Aiden Robbins. 4, 5, and 6 sounds like this. Maddox Maloney at short, Trey Wells behind the plate, and Jake Coonan over in right field. The final 3 for Harwich tonight. Batting seventh and playing first will be Sam Harris. In the 8th spot, Sam DiCarlo, the designated hitter. And rounding out the Mariner lineup, Shintaro Inoue at second base. They'll have a meeting with Easton Barrett, the Arizona State left-handed pitcher. So far in the Cape, he's pitched 5 times, making his 3rd start tonight. Over 16 innings of work, has struck out 20 batters, walked just 7, and ERA right below 6. Harwich saw this guy a couple weeks ago. He went 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. All 4 hits and 3 runs came in the first inning of that ball game. So the Mariners were able to jump on him. Jared Saltalamacchia stuck with Barrett, rode him out, and ended up producing somewhat of a quality start. Lefty-lefty matchup to start. First pitch to Trey Broussard is smacked down the left field line. Charging is Salinas, watching it fly out of play. Foul ball.
Barrett, 5 strikeouts the last time he played the Mariners. He's got the second most punch-outs on this Falmouth team with 20. So this is a guy that he's got stuff.
Barrett, a strike thrower. He doesn't really mess around, pick out of the zone. 0-1 to Broussard. Fouled off on a jam shot. Trey quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Broussard coming off an MVP weekend. Gino, you caught up with him after the game. He was thrilled with his performance.
Yeah, all of his family was there, all taking pictures on the field. I wouldn't say he gave off. I mean, he was obviously happy with his performance, but, you know, Trey is someone that doesn't let his emotions really show.
2-strike offering. Punches one down the left field line, charging Salinas, sliding, and he caught it. An unbelievable play in fair territory from the Falmouth left fielder Salinas. Went down on one knee and caught it right at his ankles.
The third baseman
out number
from
one.
Kansas State,
It's tough out to make.
11,
Just a
D.
bloop shot to
Kennedy.
left, and it was dropping right on that line. And Salinas with a nice job to get over and make a flashy catch.
First look at D. Kennedy tonight. Another guy hit a home run in the All-Star game. 1 out, nobody on. Just getting started here at White House Field. First pitch to Kennedy. Right down the middle, strike one with the fastball.
Watching D. Kennedy take swings at BP during the All-Star game, a lot of guys, I was talking to some of the scouts, they were impressed.
0-1, swing and a miss. Kennedy behind, no balls and 2 strikes.
They said his swing is very consistent, doesn't do anything too much. It just stays intact from the moment the bat leaves his shoulder into his follow-through. He's got a lot of strength.
He's behind 0-2, the pitch. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Kennedy down on 3 pitches for the second out of the first.
The left fielder from Texas.
That brings
number
up Aiden
24,
Robbins.
Aiden Robbins.
And this is a Mariner who just continues to prove he has so much more left in the tank. Leads this team in home runs with 4, has a top 5 highest on base plus slugging percentage in the entire Cape League. Can really do it all. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Robbins transferring from Seton Hall to the University of Texas in Austin for this coming school year. And when you hit over 400 in the Big East, you would think that a jump to the SEC is necessary. 1-0. Driven into left, a base hit for Aiden Robbins. What's new, Gino?
Just always so comfortable in the box. And he just makes contact. I mean,
The
it's
shortstop
just
from
nothing
Oregon,
else to it.
number
A-Rob,
39, Maddox
one of
Maloney.
the top guys, one of the top bats on this Mariner team.
Something to keep an eye on tonight, as long as Barrett's in this ball game as a lefty or any other Falmouth lefty, is this combination of Aiden Robbins, the man before him, D. Kennedy, and now right here, Maddox Maloney. All 3 of these right-handed hitters for Harwich really feed off left-handed pitching. Maloney takes a pitch outside. He's ahead 1-0. Robbins at first, 2 out in the home half of the first inning. The 1-0 from Barrett just misses. 2 balls and no strikes.
Mariners obviously with a little bit of an advantage here because they saw Barrett last time out. They know what he brings to the table, what he offers. Trying to use that to their advantage.
2-0. Popped up. First base line over the Falmouth dugout and out of play. Count goes to 2-1 on Maddox Maloney. Barrett a good fastball, has a wicked changeup. Those strikeout numbers over 1 per inning. Has thrown 16 1/3, struck out 20 in the Cape this summer. Has walked just 7. So another pitcher that the Mariners have to see who doesn't give up too many free passes. Harwich feeds off of free passes. 2-1 is skied to center field. Charging is Micah New. He's underneath for the 3rd out of the inning. A scoreless first, but we're underway and back from the All-Star break in the Cape League. We'll be back for the 2nd inning on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, Dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts. Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
We welcome you back into White House Field in Harwich alongside Gino Antamarino. I'm Luke Brenneman. Just getting things started here on Cape League TV. No score after the first inning. Falmouth due up in the top of the second. It's 4, 5, and 6. That's Schmidt,
Leading off the top of the
Osterhaus,
second
and
inning
Carl
for
Schmidt.
Falmouth. The first
This is
baseman
Kent
from Georgia
Schmidt.
Tech, number 10, Kent
Left-handed
Schmidt.
hitting first baseman out of Georgia Tech. Troy Dressler put down the Commodores in order in the top of the first, struck out back-to-back batters to end the inning. Looks like he is just staying in form right now, Gino.
That's what's going to be the difference today for the Mariners. Dressler's got to keep it up.
First pitch. Too tall with the heater, 1-0. The last time these two teams met, it was right here at White House Field just about 2.5 weeks ago. It was a game filled with rain delays, lightning issues. It went 10 innings, 1-0 pitch, up and away, 2 balls and no strikes. And Falmouth won 9-8 in 10 innings.
That was a long night.
That was the longest night of the summer for sure.
But that's the thing about these shootouts. The Mariners hardly ever come out of the right side of them.
2-1 nails the outside corner. Dressler on the board, 2 balls and 1 strike. That's a good point you bring up. Just not a style of a game that Harwich wants to find themselves in.
I mean, it's nice to know that when push comes to shove, the Mariners' bats can really start brewing. But it's all the defense.
2-1, same spot, same result. A strike, that one coming in at 95 miles an hour on the fastball, 2-2 to the leadoff man Schmidt in the second. Dressler looks in, kicks and deals. The 2-2, that's off the plate. The count goes full. So 2 weeks from today will be the end of the regular season in the Cape Cod Baseball League. The final stretch payoff pitch is punched the other way into left. A base hit from Kent Schmidt. Fastball got in on his hands. He let it come to him and drove it to Aiden Robinson left. 1 on, nobody out for Justin Osterhaus.
The second baseman from Alabama.
It's crazy to think how
7,
fast this
Justin
summer has gone by.
Osterhaus.
Only 2 more weeks of the regular season like you were talking about, but just seems like a blink.
No off day this week. The Mariners' next off day will come a week from today. So a span of numerous ball games, night after night for the Mariners. First pitch to Osterhaus is fouled straight back. Dressler able to get ahead.
Everyone else will have the off day on Wednesday, but because the Braves and the Mariners had that cancellation game a few weeks ago, that's their makeup date.
That game will be played at Bourne. 1 on, nobody out in the second. Osterhaus the batter, the 0-1. Just off the upper edge, 1-1. Dressler is feeling himself early tonight. 2 strikeouts, gave up his first hit to the man at first base, Kent Schmidt. But the fastball clocking in at 95. We knew he had power, but we haven't seen it like this summer. 1-1, a bouncing ball towards second. Inouye tries to tag the runner, loses the ball to throw to first, is not in time. Inouye tried to do too many things at one time, and that leads to first and second with nobody out for the Commodores.
Yeah, you can tell the disappointment from
The
Inouye there.
designated
Just
hitter
as soon
from
as the ball came out of his
number
glove,
8,
just
Carl
kind of
Schmidt.
made the play over to first, tried to make a play. It wasn't there in time, but just kind of stared at his shoes and shook his head.
So first and second, nobody out for Carl Schmidt, the designated hitter out of Cal. California kid. First pitch, a little bit inside with the changeup, 1-0. Schmidt at second, Osterhaus at first after the air. Still no score, just the top of the second. This Falmouth team, 12-14-1 for record, the first season of the Jared Saltalamacchia area. 1-0, a hit the other way into right. The stop sign is on at third base. Coonan fields and fires to the cutoff man Harris. The bases are loaded for Falmouth with nobody out. A chance in the second inning.
The third baseman.
That's going to bring up Ryan
number
Zuckerman.
35, Ryan Zuckerman.
And this is not the style of start that Harwich was looking for. A, because the bases are loaded with nobody out, but B, because this Falmouth team can drive in runners on with the best of them.
Well, you go back, I mean, Ken Schmidt, who's on third, was on a 2-strike count. Osterhaus should have been tagged out by Inouye, but he dropped it.
First pitch to Zuckerman. Ground ball right side. That's through for an RBI hit. The windmill is on. Coonan loses the ball. No throw to the plate. A 2 RBI single from Zuckerman, and just like that, the Commodores strike first. It's 2-0. That's now 2 balls for the Mariners. The first to Inouye that he simply lost out of his hand, and the hit was going to score the lead runner Schmidt no matter what, but
right.
Osterhaus ends up scoring on a no play, which looked like it had a chance to be a really tight play by the time Coonan was fielding the ball, and he just tried to get rid of it before he even had it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, just a misfortunate amount of events that just took place there for the Mariners defense. Not so much errors, but just some mistakes that obviously you'd like to have back.
Bear Harrison, the 8th hitting catcher. First and second, nobody out, up by 2. First pitch, a fastball down the middle. An important strike 1. So now 3 hits already in this inning, an error, nobody out. And a 2-0 Commodore lead. Dressler trying to work around the traffic and keep it at just 2. The 0-1. Chopped at the plate. Troy able to get ahead 0-2. I will say for Dressler, just on the eye tests, some of these hits going the other way are hard hit balls, but they're kind of eating up these Falmouth hitters, and they're finding holes in the opposite direction.
You're right.
He's ahead of Bear Harrison, no balls and 2 strikes. Looking to get the first out of the top of the second. Looks back at second, now comes home. This one is murdered into left center field. Robbins chasing down for another hit. Robbins fields, throws to third. The throw comes over Maloney's head. An RBI double for Harrison. Falmouth a hit party in the second. It's 3-0. Still second and third with nobody out. Wow, the Commodores have come to play out of the All-Star break.
This is the thing about the Commodores.
From Rutgers, number 36, Tristan
if you give them an
Salinas.
opportunity to hit and get on, they're going to take advantage of it. And this is one of the top offensive teams we have seen on the Cape, Luke. Every game that they play Harwich, it's a tough one, aside from that first game in the early parts of the summer.
Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Tristan Salinas. He's rounding out the Commodores lineup tonight.
You know, obviously teams change over time throughout the summer, but I think the team that has changed the most in a positive way has been Falmouth. Remember, Harwich shut them out earlier. It was third game of the summer. But since then, when we went back to Gov Fuller Field, this is a dugout that's loud. They're getting everybody ready to go.
2-strike pitch in the dirt.
Obviously, some additions have really helped this team, but you got to give a lot of credit to Jared Saltalamacchia for putting all these guys together, and seems like they're clicking at the right moment.
This team can hit, but they struggle with pitching. The highest earned run average in the league, so if Harwich can limit the damage when the Falmouth bats are alive, 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. The first out of the second inning comes on the 6th batter that Dressler sees. 1 down, runners stay at second and third. But to that same point, Gino, if Dressler can get out of this and you're down by 3, it's a Falmouth pitching staff that gets knocked up.
You're right.
So you got to give your offense a chance to go get these back. Just the top of the second, the lineup turns over. Antonio Morales spits on a pitch up and away, 1-0. After a flawless first inning, Dressler struck out Lopez. He struck out arguably the best player in the Cape, Mike Anu. Getting beat up here in the second. 1-0, a wave and a miss, 1-1. Morales so far this summer hitting .255 for average. Knocked in 5 runs, just 1 extra base hit on the summer. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Dressler went back to the high fastball. Morales could not connect. 1-2. Shintaro Inoue and Maddox Maloney sprint in. The Mariner defense comes in now with 2 strikes to Morales. 2-strike pitch. Bouncing ball up the middle, gloved by Maloney. The runner at third doesn't go anywhere. Maddox looks him back and makes the play at first base. A successful shift in a 1-2 count. And the runners go nowhere, now 2 down in the second. That'll bring up Adrian Lopez. Still 2 in scoring position.
The shortstop.
You never want to give up
Southern
3 in an
Cal,
inning. You never want to be
18,
down 3-0. But Gino, if
Lopez.
Dressler can get Adrian Lopez right here, you might see this as a semi-win. It was 3-0 with second and third and still nobody out at one point in this inning.
Yeah, but you got to close the door. You got to get out of this.
A strikeout and then a ground out. The infield now pushes back to normal depth. First pitch to Lopez. Down and in, 1-0. Lopez, his first time tonight, he struck out swinging. Righty-righty matchup. Falmouth up 3-0 with 3 already in the top of the second. 1-0 is inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Last time out before the All-Star break, the Mariners picked up a win right here at White House Field. A 2-1 win against Katuitt. Falmouth lost 6-5 to Hyannis. 2-0 offering. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-1. Commodores coming to White House Field struggling. Last 5 games, just 1 win. It's a team battling for a playoff spot right now. 2-1, bounced foul down the left side, 2-2.
Big pitch coming up for Dressler here.
Dressler just 1 strike away from stranding 2 in scoring position. Runners have been at second and third. 2-strike pitch, up high, gets away from Trey Wells. He's able to gather the ball. The count goes full. First base is open if Dressler can't find the strike zone here to Lopez. Mike Anu is on deck. Definitely not a guy you want to see with the bases loaded.
Right, I was just going to say you can't lose Lopez here.
Dressler working from the windup. The payoff pitch, fouled off. Remember the last time we played Falmouth, Gino, 9-8 win for them. We kept looking at each other in 2-strike counts saying, these guys are relentless.
Yeah.
They fight, they claw. And then you look in their dugout and Jared Saltalamacchia is their manager and you're like, well, that's what he did. In over a decade playing Major League Baseball. Another payoff. Got him looking with a fastball. Dressler able to bounce back after giving up 3 runs quickly in the second inning. He strands a pair in scoring position. The Mariners offense has work to do in the home half of the second. Before we step aside, just a heads up that the Harwich Fund is a permanent local endowment funded by supportive residents and businesses. Since 2021, we've delivered over $85,000 in grants helping exclusively Harwich programs, benefiting town families, children, and seniors. This year, our Mariner Games business sponsors, Shaw Star Markets, Harry Ellis Builders, and My Generation Energy will pledge $500 to the Harwich Fund for every Mariner homer at White House Field. We'll be back for the bottom of the second. The Mariners trail by 3 on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach.
Leading off for the Mariners, the catcher.
Welcome back
from
to
Rutgers,
Harwich.
Number 23.
Falmouth
Trey
strikes first.
Wells.
A set of runs in the top of the second inning. They lead 3-0. The Mariners have some work to do in the home half. 5, 6, and 7 due up in the lineup. Here's Trey Wells. First pitch, a fastball off the outer edge, 1-0. Mariner starter tonight, Troy Dressler, has struck out 4 batters. He's had his strikeout stuff, but you got to credit Falmouth. Put some good pitches into play in the top half of this inning. Swinging strike 1, 1-1 the count to Trey Wells. Gino, you're a big fan of Trey Wells. I think he's got a lot in the tank for these final 2 weeks.
Absolutely. And talking to him, he's ready to go.
Lefty-righty matchup. Barrett comes home. Outside with the fastball, 2 balls and 1 strike.
I mean, after the first game he played here on the Cape, it was against YD. I asked him, what can Mariner fans expect out of Trey Wells? And he said, you can expect everything I have.
2-1. Takes a fastball down the middle. The count goes even, 2-2. It'll be Wells, Coonan, and Sam Harris for now that we'll see in the second inning for Harwich. They trail by 3. Still early. Barrett gets set and comes home. The 2-2, bouncing ball to third. On one hop, Ryan Zuckerman gloves and beats the catcher Wells to first. 1 out. So a 5-3 ground out to start the bottom of the second for Harwich.
The right fielder from
and
Princeton,
Jake Coonan
number 5,
is due
Jake
up.
Coonan.
Jake Coonan had a couple hits the last time we saw him start. Still working his way in as an everyday player. At one point he led this team in home runs. Still has 3 on the summer. But trying to find that everyday rhythm outside of just running into a pitch here and there and finding his game of getting on base. First pitch to Coonan, swing and a miss, strike 1. 148 for average on the summer. Driven in 9, 4 extra base hits. Barrett always works from the stretch, the 0-1. Driven into center. Mike Anu barely has to move to his left. He walks over and makes the head-high grab. 2 up, 2 down in the second.
The first baseman from Virginia, number 30, Sam Harris.
Barrett looks comfortable. He has a 3-run lead. Gets the first 2 Mariners in this second. 2 on, nobody out for Sam Harris, the first baseman. A lefty-lefty matchup. The 6'6" Sam Harris digs in. First offering. Curveball that missed off the plate, 1-0. Barrett looks in, nods his head. I think he wanted that call from home plate umpire Thomas Agasta. Swing and a miss at the 1-0. The count's even, 1 ball and 1 strike to Sam Harris. And this stretch of fantastic weather in the Cape. It's truly as good as advertised, Gino.
Yeah, you're right. Especially these last few days, it's been really nice.
1-1 is high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Just the look of the All-Star game on Nesson. It aired last night at 6 o'clock. I was at a local restaurant. Every TV had the Cape League on. And what a showing that was. 2-1. Harris offered. But he did not go around. The appeal went down to third to Brian D. Domenico. He gives the signal that the Mariner bench and Harris was looking for. 3-1 the count to the Harwich first baseman.
I love when it's sunny, but it's not too hot. Right now it's the low 70s.
3-1 pitch. Right down the middle with the fastball. The count goes full. 3-2, 2 outs, nobody on. The Mariners down by 2 in the bottom of the second. Easton Barrett looking to put the Mariners down in order. If he can find the zone one more time in the lefty-lefty matchup. He's working quick. The 3-2 struck him out with a fastball. Harris goes down swinging. The second K of the game for Barrett. The Commodores lead by 3 after 2. We'll be back for the third on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Investment management and trust services.
We welcome you back here to White House Field alongside Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. Mariner bats still waiting to get kicking. A 1-2-3 frame ends the bottom of the second for the Mariners. But Falmouth looking to extend its lead. Currently up 3-0 heading into the top of the third. 3-4-5 due up for the Commodores. Leading things off is the center fielder, Micah New.
Arkansas, number 3, Micah
Beautiful
New.
day here in Harwich, 72 degrees. A little bit of a breeze blowing from left to right. As the sun begins to set, White House slowly filling up as the first pitch to New, a swing and a miss. New went down off the strikeout last time he was up. Dressler kicks and deals the 0-1. High and tight. Dressler in his third inning of work. In the first inning, it was like clockwork for him. 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts, but the second inning, the Commodores caught fire. Plated 3, had 4 hits. 2 of those runs being earned for Dressler. Osterhaus reached after an error from the second baseman, Shintaro Inoue. So 1-2, a wave and a whiff. Gets away from Wells, and he throws him out at first. A strikeout for Dressler, his 5th of the day, and the second time New has gone down off the punch-out.
Kent Schmidt.
Dressler looking good so far tonight. I know the scoreboard doesn't look like it, and the 4 hits not so much, but when you have 5 strikeouts against a lineup like this, he struck out the second and third hitter of Lopez and New in this lineup. They're 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts combined tonight. Micah New's arguably the best player in the Cape.
First pitch to Kent Schmidt, a liner through the left side, and he's got a base hit. Back-to-back singles for Kent Schmidt in this one. But like you were talking about, Luke, Dressler's done a nice job at holding some of the top talent at bay here for Falmouth, but some of the other guys really stepping up.
Osterhaus.
And that's what it's going to take to beat a team like Harwich. You really do have to rally, and you're looking for those snowball innings. Thankfully, Dressler and this Mariner defense were able to keep the Commodores at bay with just 3, and they should be able to claw their way back into this game. But got to keep it at 3.
First pitch to Osterhaus. Flies this one to right, and it's down for a hit. Coonan comes charging in. And just like that, back-to-back hits, runners on first and second for the Commodores.
Bat to ball. It's been pretty simple. Kent Schmidt, 2 hits.
hitter
Osterhaus
from
now reached
California,
twice. It
number
was this
8,
part of the order
Carl
that did all
Schmidt.
the damage in the second inning.
Got the party started. Schmidt singled in the last frame. Osterhaus reached off of an error to Inouye. Carl Schmidt, who's up to bat right now, singled. All three of them scoring the runs. First pitch. This is low. After a couple of days off this past weekend, Mariners back in action here this evening, as well as the Commodores. Here's the 1-0. Hits him. Carl Schmidt taking that right off the side of his head. Scary play there as pitch came in. Jared Saltalamacchia out from the dugout.
Looks to be all right. Sometimes when you see 95 coming right at your face, it just can really take you out of a baseball game for good reason. Just mentally, that fear is something I've never had to deal with, and I'm sure a lot of people too. It's just, for Schmidt, I think he needs to regather his thoughts. You could hear that it caught a good amount of his helmet, hopefully all of his helmet.
From Georgia
Right.
Tech, number 35, Ryan
So Schmidt
Zuckerman.
will take his spot on first. Good to see that he's still out there. Here's Ryan Zuckerman. Brought home 2 in his last at-bat. A 2 RBI single. He gets set for the first pitch from Dressler. Popped up down the right field line. Kunin runs over to the line and watches that one sail out of play. So 1 out in the top of the third after a strikeout to Mike Anu to lead things off, but 2 straight singles and a hit by pitch loads the bases for the Commodores. The 0-1 to Zuckerman. Up high.
Dressler is a fastball guy, but tonight he's had his strikeout stuff, but you can tell he's putting a lot of trust in his fastball. To me, that shows that he might not have the best feel for his off-speed early on.
Here's the 1-1. High bouncer past the mound, gets to Inouye at second. He flips to the shortstop. Maloney gets 1, throws to first, and there's 2. Wow. The double play ball ends the inning with the bases loaded. The Commodores were threatening to increase their lead in the top of the third, but a nice play by these Mariner infielders keeps things at just 3-0 here in Harwich. All right, we'll be back for the bottom of the third right here on Cape League TV.
Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance. 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust, with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it. offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab.
Time now for the home half of the third. Leading things off is Sam DiCarlo. The Mariner defense stepping up in the clutch. The top of this frame. Bases were loaded, but Falmouth with nothing to show for it. A double play ball ends the inning. A 4-6-3, and so the Commodores still lead by 3. Time now for the Mariner bats to start waking up. The 0-1 misses outside. Sam DiCarlo, the second baseman for the Mariners, just his second game here on the Cape, listed as the DH today. Here's the 1-1. Blasted foul the other way. Talked to him before the game. He said, I haven't really gotten a lot of reps as the designated hitter. The rising senior at Washington told me I haven't DH'd since probably my first year at Washington. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Easton Barrett as DiCarlo heads back to the Mariner dugout. Time now for the 9-spot hitter, Shintaro Inoue.
Shintaro Inoue.
It's an interesting point that you bring up when you talk to him about being the designated hitter, because some people may be naive and just say, well, what the heck does playing second base have to do with your performance in the batter's box? But for some of these guys, just being involved in the game and doing something every half inning, whether it's going out there and playing second base, keeps you mentally involved. You start timing up pitches. You think about your last at-bat. For DiCarlo now, he's going to go sit in that dugout. Whether he stands on the rail, talks to guys, whatever, there is going to be a long amount of time before he even comes back on the playing surface.
That's absolutely right, Luke, and that's what we talked about before the game. DiCarlo talked about just trying to learn to get into the rhythm as he's walking up to the plate, because when you're playing defense, you're naturally in the game. You're in the flow of things, and that can sometimes translate into a nice performance at the box.
Red Sox fans know a lot about that argument.
Here's the 0-2 to Inoue. High and tight for ball 1.
That was some of the issues with Rafi Devers and part of his exit to San Francisco from Boston, because they asked him to be the DH and not play third. Then they asked him to put the glove back in his hands and go play first.
A flare shot to left. Salinas back and makes the head-high grab for out number 2. Inoue got some pop off the bat there. Notched his first home run of the summer a few days ago against YD.
Trey Broussard.
But showing off the strength there, but going back to what you were talking about, Luke, sometimes just being in the game can certainly help in all facets.
And when you're a part of a streak, like take Trey Broussard right now. He's connected, which started was a marvelous defensive summer, to now producing night in and night out, hitting right at 300 for average.
First pitch to Broussard. Fouls this one off. You can tell he was a little bit upset with that. Gripped the bat as soon as he stepped out of the box. Kind of dropped his shoulders. Broussard, Cape Cod Baseball League East MVP for this year's All-Star game. His family was in attendance for it. Here's the 0-1.
You know, when I say this, I don't mean it as anything against Trey Broussard coming into this summer, but he's one of those guys that the Cape Cod Baseball League and his performance here this summer is in the process of completely changing his life. Not that he wasn't already a Major League Baseball prospect, but he's really showing out right now.
1-1, fought foul down the left field line.
Take Micah New for the Falmouth Commodores. You come here, you lead the league in home runs, now you hit the transfer portal from a school like Marshall and you go to Arkansas. Can only imagine how much money he's getting in NIL to go there too. So whether it's about success, legacy, just getting better every day is what most of these guys are looking for here in the Cape. Trey Broussard's actually the first name that comes to my mind because he has evolved and developed new facets of his game.
One to the Houston product. This one's lined to left, and right there to make the catch is Salinas for the third out of the inning. Back-to-back 3-up, 3-down frames for the Mariners. They're still down 3-0. We'll be back on Cape League TV.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Welcome back to White House Field. Time for the top of the fourth. 8-9-1 due up in the Commodores order as Falmouth sits atop the Harwich Mariners 3-0, and joined by a very special guest, Adam Housley, an Emmy Award-winning journalist. Spent a lot of his time at Fox News, but also a Harwich Mariner back in the early 90s. How's your time back here in Harwich?
It's gorgeous. The field looks amazing, and they've done a great job. I mean, the new scoreboard's beautiful. I haven't seen it. You know, obviously the new are bathrooms, and, you know, they've done a lot of nice upgrades. The berms are new from when I played. The berms weren't here back in the day, so it's nice to see the berms down both sides, the grass berms. Beautiful field. Always was a gorgeous field.
First pitch to Bear Harrison. Troy Dressler back out there in his fourth inning of work. Now, I see you got the Harwich Mariner jersey on. Is that the one that you wore when you played here, or is this a new one?
They say it is. I mean, they put a couple new patches on there. But, I mean, it feels like it's real thick.
It's nice that it still fits you, though, right?
Well, yeah.
That's got to be a good sign.
I haven't buttoned it up yet, so it fits me open.
Here's the 1-1. Inside at the waist. So I know you're from Napa, California. We talked a little bit before you jumped on. My dad graduated from Pepperdine. You're from Pepperdine. He told me to tell you, go Waves.
Go Waves. Absolutely.
I've never been there, but I know it's a beautiful campus. My dad raves about it.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And the baseball field is stunning. And over you can see the Pacific Ocean. You know, it's not – Pacific Ocean's about a quarter mile away, but you sit in the home dugout and you look out over left field and you see palm trees and you see the ocean. So, and as a pitcher, it's hard to hit a ball out there, kind of like White House Field.
That's right. This one's lined down the left field line and down for a hit. Harrison was rounding past first, but he's going to put on the brakes and head back. Another base hit for Falmouth, their seventh one of the day. What do the Mariners need to do to kind of get rolling here? What have you seen so far?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, scoring runs is difficult right now for them, and at least in this game. And defensively, you know, just they're almost putting the bat in the ball, and they're making good contact. And you know, I'm sitting here with my co-coach who played in the big leagues, and minor league. Both of us are pitchers, so we're obviously watching these guys, and you know, they've definitely got great arms, and it's all about location, right? And so if you hit your location, it's gonna make that a significantly more advantageous situation. And right now, they're just missing the spots, you know. And these guys are not missing it. They're squaring it up.
When you look back to pitching here, a lot of pressure on these guys because one bad start, you can kind of get sent out of town. It can spike up your numbers. What was your approach, if you can recall, night in and night out, to just stay focused? Because, you know, if you have a bad night offensively for some of these position players, you revamp and you do it all again the next day. It's a little bit more tough on the pitchers.
Yeah, I mean, when I was here, I was a reliever both times. I was a setup guy the first year and the closer the second year. So, a lot of pressure on you, but you just kind of go. For me, it was always batter by batter. I didn't care who it was. There were a lot of former or future big leaguers, I should say, when I was here, everybody from Nomar Garcia-Parra to Jason Varitek, and, I can name a bunch of other names off that made the big league. So there were some really good hitters. But as a pitcher, you just got to, take them apart one by one. You just can't look at the whole lineup and go, oh, my God, there's 5 guys over there who are superstars. You just got to go up there and get the ground ball. And that's, sometimes these guys overthink it a bit. The other thing you have to worry about is it's a little bit different than when I played, right? There's a lot of emphasis on speed and ball rotation, and honestly, crap that I don't think matters. I mean, you can throw the ball through a wall, but if you can't throw a strike, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So for us, at least for me back then, it was by hitting my spots. And with the wood bat league, a lot of these guys were hitting wood bat for the first time. So work them in, work them out, and try to break bats and get in on them. And with an aluminum bat, it's going to be a hit, and with a wood bat, it's going to be a pop-up.
So you look back to baseball when you're talking about that, but do you have any fond memories of just living on the Cape and the day-to-day lifestyle of just enjoying a summer out east?
I was here 2 summers, so I was very blessed to be here. And my host family was awesome. The Chipmans, they still host families. I think this year they don't, but the first time they've hosted players since 1978, I think. So coming from California, a California kid, I had never been to Boston at that point or the Cape, and you heard about it. And you come out here and you just experience these type of nights where, it's beautiful out here right now. It's gorgeous. It's it's not too
70
hot.
degrees,
Not too humid. People coming out and just enjoying being at the baseball park and hearing the crack of the bat.
Strikeout to Salinas, and now this might be 2. It's not. Off the ground ball from Morales. Throwing out Harrison at second. There's 2 away here in the top of the 4th.
You'll notice in this inning he settled down a bit. Again, some of these guys I think are trying to overthrow just because you have the scouts here, they have the guns here. You got the mile per hour on the scoreboard, and I've noticed this inning just as we've been talking, he's hitting his spots, he's keeping the ball down in the zone, and look what's happening. It's ground ball, nothing squared up like he was the first couple innings.
Well, here's Adrian Lopez, another California guy, goes to the University of Southern California.
Tell you one thing, they're a heck of a lot bigger than when I was here. Christmas, holy smokes, the boys were big.
First pitch misses low. Now, have you seen the Mariners brought back the new away uniforms? They got the baby blues with the red. Was that during your time?
No, I had our homes were white with Harwich on the front.
Okay.
And then our aways were gray with Harwich on the front. We didn't have the baby blues, but I love the baby blues. I've seen the T-shirts in the gift shop. If you haven't got one, I bought one already.
Okay, well there you go.
Those are classic. I love them.
Mary might need you to come down and be a salesman at some point during this game. As the throw down to second, got him.
That's what we call a hose right there.
There you go, Trey Wells. Throwing out Morales at second, and that will conclude the top of the 4th. Falmouth still up 3-0, as we'll be back here on Cape League TV. You won't want to miss it. Stick around.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it.
Here in the home half of the 4th, here at Harwich, a beautiful evening, 71 degrees and sunny. Alongside Andrew Delapiana, I'm Gino Ants Marino, joined by Emmy Award-winning journalist Adam Housley. Here on Cape League TV. The California native making the trip out here to the East Coast. But you love the weather so far.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, this is like California weather this time of year. California gets some nice cool evenings. It drops down to 65, 70 degrees, and not a lot of humidity, not a lot of bugs, and this has been a gorgeous night for baseball for sure.
First pitch to D. Kennedy. Called a strike. 2-3-4 due up in the Mariners order. Adam, you used to play for the Mariners back in the early 90s. What does this offense need to do to get something brewing a little bit?
Get on base. It's that simple.
Easier said than done.
Right. This guy's, he's been cruising. I say the left-hander for Falmouth has done a good job. He's keeping the ball down, working it in and out, changing speeds. I mean, that's what you got to do, especially with, again, the wood bat league. For a lot of these guys, it's their first year using it full-time.
Easton Barrett, the man on the mound in his fourth inning of work. He's got 3 strikeouts, 1, 2, 3 innings for the Mariners the last 2 frames. Trying to get something going here. Kennedy down 1-2 in the count. Here's the pitch. Called, strike 3.
See, we call that pitching backwards. You start off with off-speed early in the count and then through fastballs late in the count. So we joke that's a baseball term is saying he's pitching backwards. He's done a good job with that, because guys are going up for looking fastball early in the count and he throws wrinkles, and then late in the count they're waiting for the wrinkle and he throws a fastball. So, and he painted on the inner half. So he's definitely pitching very well tonight.
Now, seeing this, right, you just broke that down to me. Do you get the itch to go coach?
Well, I am. Funny, we are coaching 12-year-olds.
Okay.
So right now ours is just split the plate, right? As they get older, it'll be fun to implement more of the work it in, work it out. Here's how you pitch a kid that hits the ball a certain way, and it makes it fun to be able to show and show boys, our young men in our case, what we learned and some of the things we can pass along.
Here's Aiden Robbins. This one is drilled into left center. Micah New sprinting to his right. He makes the head-high grab. There's 2 away.
That's one thing that hasn't changed here at White House. It takes a lot to get it out.
That's right. 400 straight away.
From Oregon, number 39.
They just had the All-Star game at Yarmouth Dennis. They've got the short wall in right field.
God, I hate
Guys
that.
Were hitting bombs.
I hated that wall. I never hit a bomb. I don't think I ever gave a bomb there, but man, I hated pitching there.
That's pretty good.
As a pitcher, you look at the outfield, you're like, oh, dang, I can't make a mistake here.
It's a good place to have the home run derby, though. That's where they just had it. Winner was 14.
This kid here was hitting it well, and watching him in batting practice, the kid from Oregon, you just watch certain guys and how they approach the game, and you can see that, obviously he has the size, but he also looks like he might have the mentality, to go a long way.
That's so funny because that's exactly what we talk about here. As Maloney pops this one up down the line. And just like that, 1, 2, 3. Mariners are retired. That concludes the 4th. Mariners still down by 3. But, Adam, thank you so much for jumping on. We'll let you go back to enjoying the game.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
But any last words for 2 aspiring journalists? Anything that you have some insight on?
No, I mean, just don't ever give up. Don't ever tell you, my thing is some people are going to tell you and give you advice and say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But if you really want to do it, do it. It's that simple. And you don't need an agent.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And
I never had one.
Enjoy the East Coast and have a safe trip back to California.
All right, guys. Good luck.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll be back here on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But
Emmy-winning journalist, worked for Fox News, now works in a winery that he owns in Napa, California, his hometown. What a special guy to talk to, that for guys like us, Gino, aspiring journalists, like you said, as broadcasters in communication school, but then connecting where we're working now in the Cape Cod Baseball League, and alumni here as a Mariner. Very cool opportunity for us. We appreciate him being generous with his time.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys like that, obviously, not only that, but used to play for the Mariners back in the early 90s.
This one is crushed out to left. Robbins has a beat on it and makes the play for out number 1.
You know, you can tell he's got such an eye, right?
The center fielder
Everything we talked about with Maddox Maloney being
spot on.
Right, exactly. Handling himself on and off the field like a pro, and he saw him for one game and picked that up immediately.
Well, Maloney should definitely, not that he's submitting a reel like we are of a broadcast tape that's our best work, but, I mean, that's a guy who played minor league baseball, comes back here to the Cape, and within one batting practice and one warm-up session, he says, I haven't talked to that kid, but I've seen his swing, and it's really good. And B, I can tell how focused he is. That's saying a lot, that just from the eye test, not even talking to a kid, you can tell how focused he is. Dressler continues to eat up Micah New. He's quickly ahead of 0-2. He struck out New 2 times already tonight in that many plate appearances. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 5th. This game is flying by. And with easy guests and good pitching, that can happen. A 3-pitch strikeout. Troy Dressler has fanned Micah New 3 times tonight. Are you kidding me?
The first baseman from Georgia Tech.
That's his
10,
6th strikeout of the ball game. I think it's time to officially say that the 3 runs that Falmouth scored in the top of the 2nd inning, Gino, came from unbelievable bat-to-ball skills. Almost all the hits went the other way. There were 4 of them in that inning. There was an error by Inouye, so only 2 runs are earned. First pitch to Schmidt, misses away, 1-0.
Yeah, but you got to give Falmouth some credit. I mean, in the 3rd, bases were loaded, but a double play kind of bailed out the Mariners.
That's what I'm saying. Dressler has his A-game stuff tonight, and tonight you're just getting top pitchers in the Cape versus some of the top bats, and it's been a fun duel to watch now through 4 innings.
You're right.
2 outs, nobody on. Kent Schmidt ahead 2-0. Dressler trying to put the Commodores down in order here if he can get Schmidt. The Mariners offense needs to wake up. 2-0 down the middle, 2 balls and 1 strike.
The thing I love about Dressler is he's going to go, and he's going to go for a while. So he's already in his 5th inning of work. His velo hasn't dipped at all. He's still punishing the zone. You love to see that.
2-1 pitch to Schmidt. Popped up down the left field line. That's out of play. The count's even at 2-2. Nobody on in the top of the 5th. But, Gino, after Falmouth scored 2 runs in the 3rd, you're thinking, whoa, another shootout with the Commodores. Here we go. But now that Harwich just has 1 hit, Dressler's posted knocking on the door of 3 consecutive scoreless frames. This is the style of game that Harwich often finds themselves in, and it takes a big inning in the middle or late frames to get going. A jam shot rolled to 3rd. Kennedy a sidearm throw. 3 up, 3 down. That's how the top of the 5th goes. Troy Dressler, he is impressive. Mentally tough, stays in the game, and has been on it after giving up 3 runs in the 2nd. We'll be back for the home half of the 5th on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
When you need to dig.
Welcome back to Harwich. The All-Star break is behind us. Back-to-back off days for the Mariners who didn't play in the All-Star game on Saturday. And regular season play resumes. 2 weeks to go. And the first game back, a Monday night home game for the Mariners. They host the Falmouth Commodores and trail 3-0 through 4.5. Time to start the bottom of the fifth. The starter for Falmouth, Easton Barrett, stays on the rubber. First pitch to the catcher, Trey Wells, up and away with the fastball. What have you seen tonight from Barrett? He's really had it going.
Yeah, I mean, he's delivering strikeout stuff, but he's also pitching to contact. I mean, the Mariners have just one hit so far, but a few ground outs and some flyouts. I mean, this has been a nice performance from Barrett out there.
Back-to-back pitches outside of the zone put Wells ahead. He's retired the last 10 Mariners he's seen. So Harwich trying to get Barrett out of this rhythm. 2-0 in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. Just one hit tonight for Harwich. That was an Aiden Robbins 2-out single in the first.
Who else?
5, 6, and 7 due up in this half inning. 3-0 the count to Trey Wells. Jake Coonan on deck. 3-0 pitch is a little bit low. A 4-pitch walk to start the fifth. And the Mariners have a base runner here with nobody out. That brings up Jake Coonan.
From Princeton, number 5, Jake Coonan.
Coonan so far tonight, just one at-bat. He flew out to center field on a hard-hit liner. Mariners down by 3. Trying to get on the board, start cutting into this deficit, but it takes base runners. They got a walk in Wells. Now they're looking for hits. First offering to Coonan, a wave and a miss. Falmouth ahead, 2-1 in this 3-game season series so far. The last time out, a 9-8 extra innings winner right here at White House Field. 0-1 pitch to Coonan. Right there on the inside corner. Coonan falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Our guest in the last inning, Adam Housley, he had a ton of valuable insight from a guy who got drafted to the major leagues out of the Cape League. A 3-pitch swinging strikeout. Coonan down for the first out of the bottom of the fifth. And as a pitcher, he said, I would just attack every batter like its own battle. You couldn't think about who was next because it was another guy who's a projected draft pick. It's another stud who has unbelievable college numbers. And now I kind of want to translate that conversation and ask you, don't you think that that's how the approach for each at-bat should be for these guys offensively as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely right. That's how it should be. And, attacking the zone. And so far, Barrett has done that, and it's worked pretty well for him.
1-0 the count to Harris, 1 on, 1 out. 1-0 is a little bit low. So for the first time tonight, we're seeing some control issues, at least for now, from Easton Barrett. He's only walked 1 batter, and it's the man at first base, Trey Wells. He's behind 2-0 in a lefty-lefty matchup to Harris. There's only 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. He's working quick, gets the signal, and comes home. Beats the clock, misses with the fastball off the outer edge. 3-0 to Sam Harris. Got to think that Harris is just going to make Barrett throw him a strike here. And he cannot. Fastball up and away. First and second with 1 out. That'll bring up Sam DiCarlo.
The DH from Washington, number 14, Sam DiCarlo.
you never like saying that a style of baseball is one hit now with one out in the bottom of the fifth. But Harwich pitching kept them in this game. You're only down 3. Now you're getting on base, playing their style, and they're one hit away from being right there of knocking on the door of tying this sucker up.
You're right. And DiCarlo has looked pretty good. Struck out in his last plate appearance, but first game that he's DH'd in quite a while. A rising senior said before the game that he can't remember the last time he was the designated hitter. But in his debut, which was a few days before the All-Star break, looked pretty good. Went 1 for 3, had an RBI double that ended up winning the game for the Mariners. So this is a guy that can certainly keep up that momentum and make something big happen here.
A lefty-righty matchup with the Mariners DH. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. Harris at first, Wells at second, 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. Harwich down by 3. Barrett comes home. First pitch, a fastball popped up behind the plate. 0-1. In his Mariner debut, Sam DiCarlo on Friday night before the All-Star break had an RBI double in the 2-1 win over Katuitt. He ended up being the difference in that game. A hit here could get the Mariner crowd involved. 0-1 skips in the dirt. A nice play behind the dish from Bear Harrison. That was not an easy one to keep in front. He was able to straddle the ball, get in between it, and make it a 5-hole block is what they say. 1-1 the count to DiCarlo. Runner at second, Wells was off and running. He's looked back, ground ball to short, this could be 2. Lopez to second for 1, the throw to first, an inning-ending double play. Just how the Commodores drew it up, 6-4-3. DiCarlo bounces into a double play. The Mariners still nothing to show for offensively through 5. They trail 3-0. We'll be back for the 6th on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center.
Back here in Harwich, we've played 5 innings. It's been all Falmouth. Their starter, Easton Barrett, has held the Mariners to just 1 hit shutout baseball. The Commodores lead 3-0. 5, 6, and 7 due up in the 6th. First pitch swinging is Justin Osterhaus, a bouncer foul. Staying on the mound, Mariners starter Troy Dressler. Dressler's done a solid job tonight. Gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 total in the 2nd inning. But 3 consecutive scoreless frames since. He's keeping Harwich in this game. The Mariners just need to start scoring some runs. Osterhaus lines one into right center field. Broussard, an unbelievable jump. And he makes the play. 1 up, 1 down.
Wow. I mean, that's the speed from Broussard right there. If there was literally anybody else in center, I don't know if they're making that play, but because Broussard is so fast, he can make up that ground and make an excellent catch.
So Osterhaus lines out to center. You took the words out of my mouth. There's just not many center fielders in this league who can make this play. Not many center fielders anywhere. 1 out, nobody on for Carl Schmidt. Schmidt so far tonight singled and scored in the second and was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. A bloop shot to right. Kunin overran it. And this is extra bases for Schmidt. He's into 2, standing up. Just not a very good read on that ball for the Mariners' right fielder, Kunin.
The third baseman from Georgia Tech, number 35, Ryan Zuckerman.
Runner in scoring position. Falmouth leads by 3. Schmidt at second. This brings up Ryan Zuckerman. Zuckerman had a 2 RBI single in the second. A chance to do more damage to the Mariners here in the 6th. Dressler set, first offering. In there, strike 1. Righty-righty matchup. Gino, you were spot on when you talked about Dressler being an Iron Man. Now into the 6th inning tonight, swing and a miss. Dressler ahead 0-2. The last time that Troy pitched, it was against Bourne. The Mariners won 3-1. He went 6 innings, gave up just 1 run. Didn't pitch more than an inning at school at Wake Forest. 0-2. A little bit low with the fastball. And now he's coming to the Cape, and he's had a chance. And having a chance is one thing. But starting out slow like he did in his first appearance and turning his Cape summer and career now with the Mariners into what it's become, he deserves a lot of credit. 1-2 in the dirt. Runner goes to third. Wells able to keep it in front, and they got him. Trey Wells. First the block and then the accurate throw. Kennedy with the tag. And the Mariners stealing out from Carl Schmidt.
Wow. The arm from Wells. That's the second time we've seen him throw out somebody. Adam Housley, our guest moments ago, said that's what we call a hose. And right there, I mean, just an excellent throw. I mean, he beat out Schmidt by a good several feet.
2-strike pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Just like that, in a matter of 1 pitch, the Mariners get 2 outs. And I guess a 1-2-3 inning. Only saw the minimum was the starter Troy Dressler. He goes 6 innings again. A fantastic starter for Harwich, but their offense is down by 3. We'll be back for the home half on Cape League TV.
Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it. Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0.
Welcome back to Harwich. It's been all Falmouth so far, just about time for the home half of the 6th inning. The Commodores lead the Mariners 3-0. But Gino, a great night for us on the broadcast, joined by another guest, another Cape League alumni. This time it's Joe Blanton. Joe, an established Major League career, but I want to take you back to your time as a born Brave. What is coming back to the Cape? You're a part of a coaching staff for some guys making their way to Cooperstown for the Little League game, but overall, what type of memories does this bring back for you?
That's a special place. It's actually the first time I've been back since '01 when I played here. So it was good memories popping back up, driving back through, getting out, seeing a game again, seeing what is now young guys, college guys, fighting, trying to make that next level, coming out and playing. It's all good memories. Bringing the team out. We got to go out and shag, which was great for them today. To get out with the guys, talk to some of them, and see kind of hopefully the next level that they're trying to get to.
Did they have anyone in particular that, everyone, they were talking to a bunch of the players before the game, all of your players, and when Sam Harris came out, there was a bunch of Duke fans. Now, they know that he just transferred to Virginia, but they were all swarming him and saying, Sam, we love you. Was he the guy that everyone was really excited to see?
I am not sure who they're excited to see. I know one of them, big Duke fan, so that's who he was excited to see. And then he found out he transferred, and he was like, why? So they were kind of giving him a hard time, but I think they wound up giving the kids a harder time than what he gave them for sure.
I want to ask you, with a lot of these guys in the MLB draft happening just a couple weeks ago, it feels like there's a lot of pressure on their draft stocks and individual performances. How did you find success as a guy with such an established Major League career here, whether it was developing, being a good teammate, but also producing in the win category for your Summer League team?
That's a great question. I think it has changed a lot since I was here. Everything is so magnified now. Everything is online. Everything is on your phones, and, the draft stock and prospects and, it's so much more, like I said, magnified than when I was here. It was just kind of, you came and played, and you were here to kind of get in front of scouts and to learn how to play the game better. And, for me, it was a big thing about getting here was playing 6 days a week. Kind of not as much to do during the day. You're a little bit more on your own. You have to go work out on your own. Less team structure, and you learn to more individual, and obviously facing wood bats, and it's first time as a pitcher calling your own pitches, where a lot of college programs call them for you, so you're trying to learn the game. And it was awesome getting to play with guys from other colleges and things like that. So I think it's very, very different now, and I think the focus of these guys is a lot more on the next level, and like you said, coming out a prospect and building that status up where we just came to play. We wanted to be part of good baseball and play. And, all the guys kind of came together as the year went along to realize trying to win, being here as well. So I think it's definitely different now.
Well, that's interesting you bring up because, Luke and I, we've talked to a lot of the managers here on the Cape. And, you said when you came here, you were ready to play. You were locked in 6 days of the week. You were staying the whole summer. A lot of a gripe with a lot of the managers here with the players is a lot of guys show up for a little bit and then leave. They're not as dedicated to the grind, I guess you could say, because as you know, as a major leaguer, that's all it is a grind, right?
Yeah, 100%. It is. That's part of it is learning the grind and, that daily and putting in your work not just at the field, away from the field. And that's what I said, that this league helped me, that big part of that transition from college to doing it on your own. And that's a thing. And it was different, just a different time then than now, where when you were somewhere, it was kind of, you were there, and it was part of it, where now there's more innings limit than we had then. We didn't really have pitch counts and inning limits like there are now. So, I understand that from if you're a college coach, and if a guy's thrown so much during the spring and he comes here, kind of a workload, which we didn't have then. That's different now. So I understand them wanting to, quote, protect their asset, if you will. So that's where a lot of that comes in, I think. I don't think it's so much for the players, and it's just kind of the way the game has progressed. It always changes, right? I mean, remember when I come in throwing to the big leagues, 200 innings a year. The older guys were talking, we used to throw every 4 days and throw 300 innings a year. So it's always something. The game's always evolving and changing, and it's, it's cool to see how it changes and how players evolve with those changes.
So, as someone that played in the SEC at the University of Kentucky, then played here, just to have a official opinion on this kind of debate that we juggle night in and night out when we go and talk to these opposing managers, would you say the grind of playing every day is beneficial to these guys, no matter what argument there is? And I know the transfer portal means a lot. These kids are now making a ton of money, and there's money at stake in college with the NIL landscape. But when we talk to some of these managers, they get extremely upset saying that college coaches are telling the kids not to go play summer ball, to work out on your own. That's a way that you can get better. And the alternative coming from the Cape staffs are saying that's some of the worst advice you could give, in their opinions at least.
I mean, I would tend to agree with what you're saying the staff says, because coming and playing and learning the nuances of the game help in that transition period of going to the minor leagues, where maybe you're playing I think college just 56 games. If you're not playing a summer league or whatever it is, and you're taking summer off, and then it's only a little bit of fall and not really winter, and you're only playing the spring, how does that then you get drafted to transition into a 140 something game minor league season or a 162 game big league season, where it's day in and day out every day, and then the off season goes and you have to be on your own, and it's a never ending grind, which that's why we do it, because it's what you love. But I think there are times when maybe some time off is good, and sometimes it's not. I think it's always player specific on what is good for them. But I'm a huge believer in playing the game, going out and playing and learning it, and continue to learn it, continue to get better.
Number 24.
What have you thought about the Cape since coming back? Have you gone to any places since you were here? Like, is there a spot that you're like, okay, I got to go back to this and check it out?
Not yet. We have. I got in really late last night, so it was more of get in.
Cape kind of shuts down early too.
Get in, go to sleep, and wake up and came straight here. I know we're trying to take a little fishing boat out and take some of the boys fishing there. We got some anglers, I guess, as you call it, on the team that want to hit the water, and they're super excited about that. So I know that's top on their list.
What's the scouting report of the team you're coaching now? How are these guys?
Oh, they're awesome. They're a great group of kids. They, coming from, the last place I was in the big leagues and going back to, 10, 11, 12-year-olds, just seeing, how much they love playing the game. I mean, that's always special to be around, because you get to a point where, you quote, it becomes a job. To where they're out there, they couldn't wait to get out and shag today. And as soon as we're done shagging, they saw a wiffle ball area, and they couldn't. they were dying to go over there and play wiffle ball, just to see how much they love being around the game, and just see their young brains wanting to soak in that information that we're trying to pass along to them. And starting to see some of them, it's more than just rec ball now, where it's just like, oh, we're out playing, and you see them start to get more serious about it, and see them start growing and getting stronger, and starting to try to learn things about the game. That's super exciting to see.
Before we let you go, what's a piece of advice you have for players that are striving to be at this part of their career playing here on the Cape?
For the Cape players,
yes.
Or for little
Both.
kids?
Anything you want. Parting piece of advice.
I think little kids, I always tell ours, play as many sports as you can. I'm a big one on that. Become an athlete. Don't be too specific on your sports. Don't get pigeonholed into thinking you're one position or one thing until you're done growing. It all changes. Let the game do what it does as you grow. And for them, I mean, for a college-age kid, I mean, just enjoy it, because before you know it, it's over. Right. You can't do it anymore. Enjoy every moment of it. At times, we talk about it being a grind, and it does, but if it becomes that way in your mind, you kind of lose that joy, and it happens to everybody, I think, at a certain point, but the more you can keep it and tell yourself it is a game, you're not, it's called a game for a reason. You're playing, you're not working.
Sure.
The more you can enjoy it, I think the better you will be as a player.
Well, that's Joe Blanton, long major leaguer. We really appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah,
former Born Brave in the Cape League. The Mariners still trail by 3. We'll be back for the final 3 frames on Cape League TV.
Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's zero time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So
We welcome you back here to White House Field as this one is drilled into left and gone. Bear Harrison with a home run to lead things off in the top of the 7th. The Commodores take a 4-0 lead here at White House.
Wasting no time. Harrison, that one was gone right off the bat, Gino. You could just tell from the sound of it. He didn't make it dramatic. He didn't take his time. He was already into the dugout. But just about everybody, including Harrison, knew that baby was out of here right as it left the Falmouth catcher's bat.
Harrison's 3rd home run of the summer. And the Mariner offense has no answers for this Commodore squad that has been red hot since the opening of this game. The Commodores scored 3 in the 2nd, and then just that home run from Bear Harrison. No outs, top of the 7th. Here's the 9-spot hitter, Tristan Salinas. Pitch misses low and inside. New man on the mound for the Mariners. It's Josh Donegan. Troy Dressler's day is over. After what was an Ironman stint for him. 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, 3 runs, but only 2 earned. No walks and 8 strikeouts. And you think, 8 hits, that's kind of a large amount, but this is a Commodores team that can put bat on ball and generate tons of offense. So no easy feat going up against this Commodores team. 1-2 count to Salinas. No outs, no base runners. Couple of special guests joining the broadcast with us, Luke. Two strikes him out.
Guests were unbelievable. And it's cool that both of those guys, we didn't mention it, they're coaching for that same Little League team together. So they both reside in California in Napa. And they're headed to Cooperstown.
Yeah, and it's funny because both those guys obviously with so much knowledge on the game. Both played at a high level, both played here on the Cape. And so when we asked them, would you want to coach at this level? And they said, you know what? The 12-year-olds right now, that's where our commitment's at right now.
Maybe a little more fun with the youngsters, too. Sure, it's a couple more headaches, a little bit louder.
but the
that's
passion
what baseball's
for the game,
all about.
It's just like what was just said before we went to break. They just love playing the game. Whether it's wiffle ball, whether it's shagging balls, it's just for the love of the sport.
And that's got to be refreshing for, one guy who spent a lot of time in the major leagues, and then Blanton, who just came on, who is an established big leaguer for numerous teams. And I loved his perspective. It's like everybody wants to make the big leagues, and then you get there, and you're playing with guys who are literally pitching for the sake of the rest of their career and their well-being, and that is a job when you have that pressure and You're working for that team for those reasons. So to give back to the game in the way they're deciding to do and pair up and coach a bunch of youngsters, that's just so cool. And it's a treat for them as well. And that's what I loved hearing, because you took the words right out of your mouth, or right out of my mouth. The aspect of enjoying the little aspects of being out here on a beautiful night, taking in every single part of enjoyment, and what not to. I mean, heck, it's 70 degrees here at White House Field. You're watching the best college talent from across the entire country.
So a strikeout to Morales. Back-to-back punch-outs for Josh Donegan. Nice way to settle back in after giving up a home run to the leadoff batter, Harrison. Here's the 2-0. Mariners have worked through this top 3 of the Commodores' order quite nicely today. None of them have hits. That's Morales, Lopez, and New. Here's the 3-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. But it's 4, 5, and 6 that you really got to look out for. Matter of fact, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the Commodores today. Bear Harrison, the 8-spot hitter. He's 3 for 3, a double with an RBI, a single, and a home run. Nice pitch that time from Donegan. Just like that, one pitch away from ending this inning. He's already got back-to-back Ks. Lopez 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 straight strikeouts from Josh Donegan on the mound. That's how we end the top of the 7th, but not after a Bear Harrison home run extends the Falmouth lead. It's 4-0 Commodores here at White House. We'll be back for the home half of the 7th right here on Cape League TV.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Falmouth is just waiting for Harwich to strike back. Currently up 4-0 over the Mariners. Harwich with just one hit through the first 6 frames. 4, 5, 6 in this Mariners order, trying to turn that around. Here's the leadoff hitter, Maddox Maloney. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Thanks so much for joining us on Cape League TV. First pitch for Maddox Maloney, a check swing appealed down the first base line. Aaron Brown says he did not go around. New man on the mound for the Commodores, it's Max Stifler, rising sophomore out of West Virginia. stands on the mound at 6-7. 1-0 misses just a little low.
Gino, Harwich just one hit tonight offensively. Got to be better. Got to be more competitive in these at-bats. I like the way the 7th is starting. Maloney ahead 2-0.
It's the 2-0. This one is lined through the left side for a base hit. Maloney now 1 for 3 on the day. Second hit
The catcher from
in
Rutgers,
today's game.
number
And
23,
Luke, that could be something that brews some offense for the Mariners.
Had a leadoff base runner the last 2 innings, dating back to the 5th on the Wells walk. Inouye was hit by a pitch to start the 6th. You got to make something of it. You're down by 4. You have 9 outs to play with. You don't need a grand slam. You don't need them all back here, but show that you're competitive. Cut the lead in half.
First pitch to the righty, Wells. A hefty wave and a whiff that time. Max Stifler, in just his 3rd appearance this summer, has gone for a total of 1 2/3 innings. He's given up 4 hits and 7 earned runs heading into today. Here's the 0-1. Just misses a little low. No strikeouts yet for Stifler this summer. Devin Sheeran, the one that Stifler relieved, went just 1 inning, gave up no hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. So low pitch gets Wells swinging low.
Really tell that Wells was trying to yank that ball to the pull side. Just not a pitch that you're able to do it. A slider breaking into the opposing batter's box.
Maloney on first, no outs. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Gets away from Harrison. But home plate umpire Thomas Agosta says he got him. Strike 3, and it's the first strikeout of the summer for Stifler. And there's 1 away.
The right fielder from Princeton, number 5, Jake Coonan.
Got to give credit to the starter for Falmouth, Easton Barrett. Came out here, went 5 innings, 1 hit, no run baseball. In just the first inning, the last time he was in Harwich against this team, gave up 4 hits and 3 runs. So to see a team again, you always think that the hitters have the advantage. We talked to the Falmouth broadcasters pregame, Gino. They said it's kind of been bad luck the way our pitching rotation has been. We're seeing a lot of lineups with starters who have already played them, and they're just simply getting the better of us tonight, the opposite effect.
I was just going to say that. First pitch to Jake Coonan misses a little bit low. Coonan tonight 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Mariners offense a little bit of a standstill. The first hit for the Mariners came back in the 1st. That was to Aiden Robbins. 2 through 6, nothing. Here's the 1-1. This one is drilled into center. Micah New over to his left. Makes the grab. Good pop off the bat from Coonan. Put a fly out. And there's 2 away with Maloney still on first.
Harris.
And here's Sam Harris. Four 4-0 the Commodores lead here at White House. First pitch to Harris, a swing and a miss. Harris has gone down off the strikeout today. He was walked in his last plate appearance. The 0-1. Harris was someone that, when he came to the Cape this summer, was really good at just getting on base. Reached in all 8 starts. As the 1-1 comes home, misses low. But then a 5-game hitless streak followed for Harris.
And needs to try and get his bat going, though, Gino. 167 for average, still no extra base hits.
Here's the 2-1. Clips the bottom edge.
Got to give credit Harris. He has a good eye. He does draw walks. His on-base percentage over 300.
The 2-2. This one is drilled into center. On the run, making the catch is Micah New. Back-to-back flyouts to the center fielder for the Commodores. After the leadoff hitter Maloney reaches off a single. 1-2-3 for the Mariners. And they are still down 4-0 here in front of the home crowd. We'll be back on Cape League TV for the top of the 8th.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
All right.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us.
Time now for the top of the 8th. That man, Josh Donegan, trying to limit the damage. His team already down 4-0. As we approach the latter moments of this ball game here at White House Field alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. 3-4-5 due up for the Commodores. Leading things off is Micah New as he fights the first pitch off foul. New has struggled today. 0 for 3, all of them being strikeouts. Troy Dressler, the starting pitcher for the Mariners. 8 punch-outs on the day. He had New's number. Here's the 0-1. Right down the middle. And just like that, Donegan might have New's number as well.
If you're Jared Saltalamacchia and your best player and RBI leader, he's on the verge of going 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts and you still have a 4-run lead, I think you just smile and go to bed.
That's not bad. Here's the 0-2. Called strike 3. A breaking ball hits the outer edge. And New goes down looking. One away in the top of the 8th.
You got to give Donegan a ton of credit. Comes in this game and gives up a no-doubt home run to the first batter he sees on the first pitch. And he struck out 4 batters in a row since then.
Trying to make that 5 here with Kent Schmidt. But this is where the order for the Commodores has caught fire. First pitch, a strike. 4 through 8 for the Commodores is where all the offense is. This guy right here, Kent Schmidt, 2 hits and a run. Justin Osterhaus on deck. He's reached twice off of an error and a single. He's scored once. Carl Schmidt in the hole if we get there. A single, a double, and a hit by pitch. And all these guys, you have Ryan Zuckerman in the 7 spot, Bear Harrison in the 8 spot. Here's the 2-1.
This one is skied. Infield right side. Maddox Maloney from short all the way over towards second. Makes the grab.
Well, Tanner Marsh is now in the game at second base for Shintaro Inoue. And that ball was hit in the area that Marsh should be able to play the ball and catch it. But once again, credit Maloney, always in the game, always focused, a heads-up player. Marsh had no idea where the ball was.
Yeah, Tanner Marsh, as soon as that ball went up, you could see his hands kind of went out like he didn't know where it was. Maloney was tracking that ball down immediately after it left the bat. Here's Osterhaus with a pop-up, this time to the left side. Maloney, after catching his breath, not having to move much. He makes back-to-back flyouts to end the frame. All right, the Mariners running out of time to come back in this ball game. Bottom of the 8th, down by 4. The defense has stepped up recently. Now it's time for the bats to get hot. We'll be back on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
We welcome you back here to White House Field on a game that has flown by. First pitch was at 6:34 to be exact. And it's not even 8:30. We're already through the top of the 8th, heading into the bottom. 8-9-1 due up for the Mariners. It's because the offense for Harwich hasn't really been kicking. Just 2 hits so far, obviously no runs. Trying to get back in this ball game. Sam DiCarlo tries to light a spark. He digs in from the right side, waving a whiff. Stifler on the mound in his second inning of work has given up just 1 hit. That was courtesy of Maddox Maloney, who led things off. Well, how did he go after that? Well, he struck out the next batter, Trey Wells, and then 2 flyouts to the center fielder, Micah New. So not a bad start for Stifler. DiCarlo DHing in today's game. His second game in a Mariner uniform, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Talked to DiCarlo before the game, and this is someone that's coming off of a performance against the Catuit Cavaliers last Friday. Went 1 for 3 with an RBI double that ended up winning the game for the Mariners. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Stifler, and the second time that DiCarlo has gone down off the strikeout. There's 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. But what I talked to DiCarlo about before the game was how do you adapt, or how does your pregame change if you're in on defense, right? If you're listed as the second baseman rather than if you're listed as the designated hitter. And you know, he told me I haven't been a DH since the first year of college. He's going to be a rising senior at Washington, and he said it can mess with you a little bit mentally because you're not in the flow of the game if you're not playing defense. Here's a pinch hitter in Tanner Marsh for Shintaro Inoue. Now, Inoue took a pitch on his last plate appearance right on his ankle. Looked a little banged up, stayed on first, but has since been taken out for Tanner Marsh. We hope that Inouye is okay.
We hope it's just a safety first thing, and he's doing all right, but it doesn't matter for him to go play the next 4 innings of this game and risk anything else.
You're right. And there's just that time of the summer where guys are getting a little banged up. 1-1 to Marsh. He skies this one. Harrison rips off the mask and watches this one drip out of play.
Got to give credit to Falmouth. I mean, they're going up against the Mariners, who are second to last in the league in runs scored. But this is a Falmouth staff that gives up the most runs per game. They have the highest earned run average in the Cape. And they're on the verge of giving the Mariners just their second shutout loss of the summer.
Tanner Marsh skies this one into the air, shallow right. Morales gets called off by the second baseman, Osterhaus. Makes the head-high grab, just like that, 2 away in the bottom of the 8th.
As much of a relaxing and calm, like you mentioned at the start of this inning, a quick game this has been. It's been the Mariners' style, low scoring, wait for a big inning, but Falmouth has kept it low scoring. Falmouth had the big inning.
You're right.
And we're not seeing any form of an effort right now from even getting guys on or finding a gap. This is typically when we'd see the Mariners try and lay it out in a couple bunts, play some small ball, get on, get the crowd involved, and you got to give credit to Falmouth. They've shut them down.
First pitch to Trey Broussard. But you're right. It was that second inning for the Commodores that really just broke open the game, 3-0. Then the following inning, the Commodores loaded the bases. Now, thankfully for the Mariners' defense, left all of them stranded. As that ball rocketed off the bat of Broussard, and he lines it foul. But Falmouth was ready to go, ready to hit.
They're also a team that's one game in a playoff spot. So they were able to regroup at the All-Star break, and you can tell it's like we can't mess around the next 2 weeks if we want to play into August.
That West so competitive. Falmouth 12-15-1 on the summer, but they're just 3 points back from first. Now also keep in mind the Commodores just 3-7 in their last 10 games. But now's the time where you got to start putting it together. This is where you start righting the wrongs. The 2-1, a bouncer up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Osterhaus, and he can't make it. A nice hit from Broussard. And just like that, a base runner with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And here's the 2-spot hitter, the third baseman, D. Kennedy.
The third baseman from
someone
Kansas
that's
State,
looking to get
number
going.
11,
3 strikeouts today.
Kennedy.
And what a better time to get that than right here, right now.
Did we really think that Trey Broussard was going to not have a hit tonight, Gino?
Broussard leads the team in hits this summer with over 20. D. Kennedy ready to go. Waves the bat over his right shoulder. A long set for Stifler. He throws back to first. Broussard back diving. Keep an eye on Broussard over at first. He's got speed. He's got 10 stolen bags this summer. That's second most on the team. Stifler knows that, but comes home. First pitch, strike 1.
So some people may disagree with me on this one, Gino, but when you're trailing by 4, does sending Trey Broussard to second really do anything for you when it comes to cutting the lead? Some people say no. In my opinion, you send him, he's very fast. The odds are with you when it comes to Broussard stealing a base. And then Kennedy can punch one into center, and you get a run on the board. I think that just trying to get, the shutout monkey off your back if you're the Mariners right now in the 8th could do them a favor.
1-1 misses low and away. A nice job from Harrison to get behind that ball and wrestle it to the dirt. You talked about Kennedy and his ability at bringing in runs. He can certainly do that. Leads the team with 12 RBIs this summer. We'll see if Broussard takes off for second here. Here's the 2-1. It's the upper edge for strike 2.
That is a bullet of a fastball.
Clocking in at 90.
Not even the velocity, but it just does not move.
Right.
Just a one-way ticket to that outside corner.
I like that. Here's the 2-2 to Kennedy. Line down the third base line. Fair ball. Salinas over to pick up the ball. Broussard into third. Kennedy into second. 2 runners in scoring position for the Mariners. And here is the hottest bat of them all, Aiden Robbins, to try and bring some momentum, some life, some runs for this Mariners squad.
That's what they're looking for. That's just the 4th hit on the night for Harwich. It's not about how many, it's just can you string them together at the right time. It's going to take a whole lot more than a hit right here, but if Robbins can find a gap, you keep this inning going. You have the heart of the order up right now. Finally starting to see some momentum. Credit Broussard and Kennedy for still battling in a 2-out situation.
Kennedy with his 6th extra base hit this summer, his 5th double. First pitch to Robbins. He had to lean back that time.
Now, if A-Rob can work a walk or find his way on first, sure, he might not be able to bring a runner in, but it wouldn't hurt to bring the tying run up in Maloney with the bases loaded either.
Robbins batting a .375 through his last 8 games. Check swing. Brian DiDomenico over at third says he went around. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Mariner left fielder. There's 2 outs with Kennedy on second, Broussard on third. Robbins gets set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hits the outer edge for strike 2.
That fastball away is Stifler's pitch right now. I'm interested to see what he goes to. He's ahead on Robbins 1-2. You got him to bite on the slider away. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes down that aisle again.
Stifler trying to record his 3rd strikeout today. Here's the 1-2. He got it. Wow. Stifler silences this Mariner crowd here at White House after they thought something was brewing. 2 runners in scoring position with a double from Kennedy. Sent Broussard to third. Aiden Robbins had the red carpet laid out for him. But Stifler striking him out. Time now for the top of the 9th, but before that, we send it to break. We'll be back on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
We've made it to the 9th inning. It's 4-0 Falmouth. The Commodores have come into Harwich, and they're knocking on the door of taking 3 of 4 this summer. Before we get into the action of the 9th inning, just a heads up that this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. Josh Donegan stays on the rubber for Harwich, working in his 3rd inning of relief. He'll be dealing with 5, 6, and 7. In this Falmouth lineup, Carl Schmidt, a dribbler to third. Kennedy charging a sidearm throw. Got him with no problem. So a 5-3 ground out on the first pitch of the 9th. 1 down. Gino, just one of those games tonight where if you see the script, you read the first half of it, and that's the Harwich defense. You get 6 innings out of your starter Dressler, just 2 earned runs, gave up 3. He struck out 8 and did not walk a batter. And now you're only on your 2nd reliever in Donegan with a fully fresh bullpen coming out of the All-Star break. You think you got a good chance. But Falmouth has done just that. A no-doubt homer from Ryan Zuckerman. The Commodores lead 5-0.
Wow. You know, this game should show Cape Cod League fans that the West and East, whether it's, comparing records, they don't matter
at all.
Falmouth, this is a top team right here. Even though they've got a losing record, they have proven tonight that they are one of the top teams here on the Cape. Their offense alone is quite impressive.
5-0 the score. Zuckerman sent that one out of here in a hurry. 1 out, 1 in, nobody on. Bear Harrison, the batter. Look out for Harrison. He was the first batter that Donegan saw to start his outing in relief in the 7th and hit a home run to left. 0-1, a check swing. Did he go around? Yes. Appeal went down to first. 0-2 to the Falmouth catcher.
You know, it's funny, too, because 1 through 3 in this Commodores order shut down. Not a single hit from any of the top 3 hitters. But 4 through 8, Luke, for Falmouth has been dynamite tonight.
Just been their pitching. That's why they're under 500 right now. 2-strike pitch. Off the outside corner, 1-2. But you're confident that Falmouth is a playoff team and a team to look out for, huh?
I got that feeling the last time, actually 2 times ago.
1-2 in the dirt.
The second game, the Mariners played the Commodores at Gov Fuller Field in Falmouth. I knew that this was a Falmouth team that was completely different than the start of the summer. Now, granted, all the teams go through transformations throughout the summer, for better or worse.
2-2. This one's a hard hit ball to left center field. Broussard charging. Robbins calls him off and makes the catch. 2 outs in the 9th.
But the way that this team rallies, and when it rains, it pours for this offense, and you can tell just from the way the dugout, all the players, they're vocal. They are getting under their opponent's skins. They are bringing up their teammates. And whether you're a fan of that style of play or not, it works. And this is a Falmouth team, yes, has a losing record, but can hit with the best of them.
Here's Salinas. He's hitless tonight. Takes a first pitch strike. You look at the scorebook, and 7 and 8 in the Commodores order tell you the story of tonight. Zuckerman, who hit 7th, is 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, and Harrison, who hits 8th, is 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. So all 5 of the Falmouth runs batted in coming off of 7 and 8 in their order. They're extremely deep. Who would have thought Jared Saltalamacchia could go find some hitters? The 1-1 is off the outside corner, 2-1. Donegan just trying to get this one into the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. The count's even at 2-2. Salinas has had a tough night. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Donegan trying to make that 4. He can get this out. He goes 3 innings, giving up 2 runs, but just 2 hits, and both of them have been home runs. Swing and a miss at the 2-2. Donegan comes in and strikes out 5. The Mariners trail by 5. A lot of work to do. 3 outs to play with. We'll be back on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Bottom of the ninth. Harwich trails 5-0. The Falmouth Commodores have come into White House Field, and they're starting the final stretch of this regular season of the Cape League so far with 8.5 dominant innings. But that's why you play 9, Gino. Harwich has 4, 5, and 6 due up. That's Maloney, Wells, and Coonan. Maloney is 1 for 3 so far today. Staying on the rubber is the right-hander Max Stifler. That's what Falmouth has been tonight. Stiff on the pitching mound. No runs, just 4 hits. First pitch to Maloney, swing and a miss at the high fastball. He's behind, no balls and 1 strike.
You know what's funny, Luke? The Mariners have not won a game since coming off of a day off.
I was going to ask you about that. And you saw the start tonight. A couple lackadaisical defensive mistakes that we're not used to seeing. There's something with this team where you just got to kick it into gear when you're coming off a day off. And we know it. We're broadcasters. Feels like we get a day off in this league when you play 7 in a row. And
yeah,
feels like I've never done this before in my life. 1-1's in the dirt.
I remember talking to Bristol Carter not too long ago about how he feels as a player, not only in summer ball, but, coming off of a long summer year, or rather school year, and then into the summer. How does that make you feel getting these days off?
2-1 hits Maloney. Looks like it caught him in the elbow guard. He seems to be okay. A leadoff base runner for Harwich, trailing by 5 in the 9th.
But Bristol told me, it's nice to get those days off because you can recover. It's nice, especially on the Cape. You can go to the beach, hang out. But he said it also throws you off a little bit because you're so into that rhythm and grind of the day of playing every day that, right, it's a little bit different. You have to settle back in.
Trying to get something going in the bottom of the 9th. Wells, first pitch, swing and a miss. He's behind 0-1. Wells tonight 0 for 2. Drew a walk in the 5th. But like so many other Mariners and every other Mariner who reach, he was stranded. 1 on, nobody out. Stifler working from the stretch, a long look in, and now comes home. The 0-1 misses downstairs. 1-1. Take a look at some scores around the league. The top team in the West, Wareham, beats the top team in the East, YD, 6-5, a tight one at Red Wilson Field. Brewster gets the better of Hyannis. They improved to 16-12. 1-1, a healthy hack. But no connection from the Mariner catcher Wells. He's behind 1-2. Orleans up by 5 in the 8th on Bourne, and Chatham beats Katuitt 6-4. 2-strike pitch. Off the plate with the fastball. The count's even, 2-2.
Wells is trying to murder these pitches.
All night.
I have not seen him take a lackadaisical swing in any of the pitches coming his way.
Trying to protect. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stifler comes to the plate. That one in on the hands of Wells. He fights it off foul. Coonan on deck, the bottom of the order after him. Trying to get something going. 5 is a big deficit. But hey, you can get Wells on. You get Jay Coonan a base hit. People start standing up a little bit here at White House Field. Another 2-2 coming. Swing and a foul.
It's a good voice.
The safety coming from the Mariners' deck. Is that our producer out there, Dave Roberts, barking orders to the kids, telling them to look out? Got to appreciate that.
What can't Dave Roberts do? Go a game without eating a hot dog. He loves those ballpark dogs.
That's a good point. Had a couple of them at the All-Star game over the weekend.
I heard they were very good.
2-2 to Wells. Chopped at the plate. Trey is not quitting in the ninth, down by 5, grinding out this long at bat against Max Stifler. Harwich down by 5. Maloney is at first. He was hit by a pitch. Ready matchup. These guys are grinding. What a beautiful night, though.
Yeah, you're right. I was going to go back, though, Luke. You know how we tried that donut burger back at YD?
Sure.
They were selling those like hotcakes at the All-Star game.
You got to try it while you're there. A lot of people in from out of town for the All-Star game. Why not try a donut burger? 2-strike pitch. Up high. Wells stayed away. The count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Harwich just looking to find ducks on the pond right now. Maloney's at first. Wells in a full count. Coonan on deck. Stifler gets set. The payoff pitch. Liner into left. A base hit for Trey Wells. He extends his hitting streak. And Harwich trying to find a little life with first and second. Nobody out, down by 5 in the bottom of the ninth.
The right fielder from Princeton, number 5, Jake Coonan.
So Coonan will get another opportunity. This will be his 4th at-bat of the night. He's 0 for 3 so far. You mentioned, when you were on the play-by-play, Gino, that he was hitting the ball hard to center field. He's flown out there twice tonight. But at White House Field, that's just the wrong part of the ballpark to hit it to.
Yeah, you're right.
We haven't seen anybody hit a home run to center field so far tonight. And it looks like Jared Saltalamacchia and the Commodores will make a call to the bullpen. Mariners have first and second, nobody out, down by 5. We'll be back with the new arm on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financing journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for.
Call to the bullpen for Falmouth in the ninth. The Mariners have first and second with nobody out. They still trail 5-0. Jared Saltalamacchia will bring in Jake Cullen, the right-hander out of Rhode Island. He's pitched twice this summer, Gino, 3 innings, but given up 4 runs. Harwich already striking. It's going to take a lot more than just 2 on. Jake Coonan, the batter, hitless so far tonight. A righty-righty matchup. Cullen looks back at second and fires home. Coonan takes a strike right up and in on the corner. 0-1.
I feel good about this Coonan at bat.
For some reason, I do too. Not for some reason, but more so that the Mariners are grasping onto some momentum right now. It feels like they've had nothing going. Coonan already hitting a couple hard-hit balls tonight. The 0-1 is crushed to dead center field. New tracking just in front of the warning track makes the catch. Maloney tags and heads to third with ease. That's just bad luck. Jake Coonan is hitting it to the one part of this ballpark where there is an unbelievable amount of room for a speedy center fielder like New to go get that one.
Number 30, Sam Harris.
But you got to take away the positives. Not everything in summer ball is win and loss. For a guy who's hitting under 150 like Jake Coonan, 3 hard-hit lineouts to center tonight. That's a start.
Yeah.
Had been struggling in the strikeout department. First and third, 1 out. Sam Harris digs in to the left side. Mariners down by 5. First pitch to Harris, a fastball in the dirt at 93. Harris 0 for 2 tonight, drew a walk in the 5th inning. So Colin just his second batter tonight after getting Coonan to fly out to center. 1-0. Up high, 2-0. Harwich will hit the road tomorrow. We're headed to Hyannis. Join us on the Mariners radio network for that one. For Falmouth, it'll be Katuitt at home. So they'll go back to their own little section of the Cape, if you will, and host the Kettleers. 2-0 pitch. Little bit inside. Harris ahead. 3 balls and no strikes. On deck, Sam DiCarlo. So with first and third and up by 5, Colin really trying to find the strike zone against Harris. Fastball lands down the middle, 3-1.
This is exactly how Harris drew the walk here today. Just throw me a strike.
3-1 offering. Swing and a miss. A nice fastball right on that inside corner. Harris could not connect. The count goes full. The Falmouth bench can feel it. They're all up against the railing. Manager Jared Saltalamacchia standing near the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch to Harris. In the dirt, it gets away. Maloney will score from third. Turning from second as well as he's digging for third to throw into third. Got him. Simply no need to try and get another base, down by 4. And after the walk from Sam Harris, the Mariners are down to their final out.
You know, Wells is not a speedy guy, but he would have gotten there if he didn't have that split second of hesitation, rounding second. He got about halfway through to third and then stopped and was kind of making up in his mind if he wanted to go or come back. You can't be caught in no man's land, especially when you're halfway between the bags. You got to make that decision way before you get to that point.
The hitless Sam DiCarlo digs in with 1 on and now 2 outs. But, Gino, you look at the situation there. Maloney scored. It's 5-1. You have Harris at first. You should have Wells at second base. Something brewing with just 1 out, but now just a runner at first and 2 down. DiCarlo spits on a pitch away, 1-0. It's up to the new guy in town, Sam DiCarlo, just his second game as a Harwich Mariner, to try and keep this one alive. 1-0 is high, 2 balls and no strike. And you add in, you never want to leave an out on the bases. But Colin can't find the strike zone right now.
You're right.
Just walked Harris and is behind 2-0 to the Mariners' designated hitter. The pitch. Too tall, 3-0. Tanner Marsh is on deck. Getting some California vibes out of this weather tonight. Just very calm, maybe pants and a quarter zip, the 3-0. Downstairs, a 4-pitch walk to DiCarlo. He reaches for the first time tonight. That puts runners on first and second base. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Harwich down 5-1. But the back-to-back walks will bring out pitching coach Todd Carroll to talk things over with Jake Cullen.
Yeah, Tanner Marsh pinch hitting for Shintaro Inoue in the 9 spot, but Marsh is easily a leadoff hitter in terms of he can be your number 1 guy, and he has been. But obviously in a pinch hit scenario, that goes out the window. But Marsh, third on the team in on base percentage. This is a good spot for him.
Broussard and the rest of the heavy hitters in the top of the order waiting for a chance if Marsh can keep this game alive. The Mariners trail by 4. They've been stacked in the hit column. Falmouth has come to play tonight. The pitching excellent, 10 hits for their offense. The Mariners just 5. but not done just yet. Harris at second, DiCarlo at first. Both reached on a walk. First pitch to Marsh. Out of the zone. The 7th consecutive ball from Jake Cullen. Marsh ahead 1-0.
With each pitch that Cullen can't locate the zone, as a Mariner coach, it's just a little bit more pain that you're feeling right now, sending Wells to third.
Well, it was Wells who sent himself to third, but you're right.
But getting the windmill, right?
Gotta think. 1 out, bases loaded, top of the order on deck. Marsh in a 2-0 count, the pitch. Guess what? Out of the zone. 3 balls and no strikes. 1 pitch away outside of the zone from the tying run in Trey Broussard getting a chance on deck. Time is called at the plate.
There is action in the Falmouth bullpen.
And a pitch clock violation walks Tanner Marsh. The bases are loaded for Harwich, and the tying run will dig in. The batter, Trey Broussard. 3 consecutive walks.
Number 3, Trey Broussard.
Jake Cullen came into this game with runners at first and second with nobody out and was able to retire the first batter he saw in Jake Coonan. Since then, walked Harris, walked DiCarlo, just walked Tanner Marsh, and now he's dealing with the All-Star Game MVP in Trey Broussard. He takes a deep breath, comes home. There's a strike.
See, I like Broussard in this moment because some guys might go up there and say, okay, I have an opportunity to put my team back, bases loaded, I'm going to just gear up. But Broussard, I can already tell you from conversations I've had with him, this is his moment where he's going to say, throw me a strike first.
Well, that one hit him. Looks a little bit frustrated, but the Mariner faithful, you'll take that. It's now 5-2. Slowly but surely, this 9th inning is getting a little bit stickier for that Falmouth bench. We'll see how long Jared Saltalamacchia sticks with Jake Cullen. He just needs 1 more out to give the Commodores what looked to be, at one point of this game, Gino, an easy win,
right?
Or a well-rounded win. They were up 5-0 to start this inning. It's now 5-2. The bases are loaded for D. Kennedy.
This is a part of the order for the Mariners. As a pitcher, you have to be on it, or they will take advantage. I mean, you got Robbins on deck. You got Maloney in the hole.
Saltalamacchia's going to the bullpen. He has seen enough from Jake Cullen. A massive spot coming up when we come back. Kennedy, who's coming off a double in the 8th inning, has the bases loaded. The Mariners are trailing by 3 down to their final out at White House Field. Don't go anywhere on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced technology.
Here we go. The bases are loaded. There are 2 outs. And Falmouth with a 5-2 lead for now. D. Kennedy, the batter. Jared Saltalamacchia brings in a new arm. It's the left-hander Jackson Vanesco. The Bryant product has a 5.91 ERA and 5 appearances so far this summer, but not one as big as this moment. Needs just 1 out. He's dealing with Mariner All-Star D. Kennedy. Kennedy digs in for a lefty-righty matchup, coming off a double in the 8th. First pitch. Fouled straight back. Kennedy tried to crush that one. DeCarlo at third. Tanner Marsh at second. Trey Broussard most recently put on at first base. Kennedy trying to keep this game going. The 0-1. He lays away. A curveball misses high. The count's even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Aiden Robbins on deck if we get there. Maloney after him. Harwich did not score in this game till the 2 runs already in the bottom of the 9th. It's now 5-2. 1-1. Ground ball left side. Gloved by the shortstop Lopez. He throws to third, and that's all she wrote. A force play. Lopez went to the arm side and threw out Tanner Marsh at third. The Mariners lose this one 5-2. Falmouth, give them credit, Gino. They played a complete game tonight.
Yeah, aside from that 9th, that was a little bit up in the air. But you got to give credit to the Commodores. You're absolutely right. I mean, you got to feel for Josh Donegan, the reliever for the Mariners. Gave up 2 hits, both of them being home runs. But, you know, the pitching was pretty solid for the Mariners today. 8 strikeouts from the starter Dressler, 5 from Donegan. But, yeah, I mean, aside from that, the offense could not brew just 5 hits this game and didn't have much going. Jared Saltalamacchia, out there you could see him giving fist bumps all around. He's thrilled for his team, but the Commodores, I mean, hitters 4 through 8 today were really on their game. And you think, you know, if you can take out the top several hitters, you have a chance. Well, Falmouth's like, you take some of our top guys out, guess what? We've got 7 more that are ready to just go right at you. So, tough loss, but the Mariners yet to win a game coming off of a day off. But they'll be ready to go at Hyannis tomorrow. We'll see. We'll have the broadcast going. But, yeah, domination for Falmouth here today.
Harwich falls to 13-12 on the summer. Falmouth improves to 13-15. For now, with Catuit losing, being at the bottom of the West, that's an important win for Falmouth. It kind of sets the tone out of the All-Star break. But they move another game in a safe playoff position for now. Time to start keeping up with the playoff race. 2 weeks from today ends the season, or at least the regular season in the Cape Cod Baseball League. But a 5-2 Falmouth win. We hit the road. We'll have the call on the Mariners radio network tomorrow at Hyannis. The Commodores beat the Mariners in the first game back from the All-Star break. For our producer, Dave Roberts, my partner, Gino Antamarino, and myself, Luke Brenneman, we say so long and good night from White House Field.